going to be in the mid lane. So he is pretty dependent on whether or not he's able to get like a good creep at the start. And of course, he doesn't have that same rundown potential as he does in the side lanes. When he's got that Scorched Earth. Of course, there's not very much difference between the towers. Yes, you do have the ability to dive people, but you got some good saves coming out from the enemy team. You get punished pretty hard by a Bramble Maze or Monkey's Forever teleporting in, just spearing you to the tower, which wouldn't be great for him to leave the lane, but definitely worth it if you can shut down the Doom.
So luckily today we moving at a faster pace. We're not doing a sloggy late night cast of the third series of the day. We're here third series of the day, 8:45. Got the energy to do it, right, Neff?
Oh yeah, I should. I've had one monster so far. I got another one prepped up. It's in the fridge, waiting for it to chill down just a little bit.
Ooh.
Last one I had to drop in a glass with some ice.
Hit that perfect temperature.
I'm starting to dip into that shrine. Everyone seemed to think they were empty cans back there. No, I've slowly been chipping away at it. It's, but yeah, shout out to Monster Energy, keeping me fueled through these last couple of days. Been working and doing the Summit series. I had some pretty long days. Not the most time to sleep, but they're powering me through this. Here we go, game number 1, though. I think we'll probably see the most action around wherever Ocean is on this Dark Willow. Again, damage from the Bramble Maze, as well as, I don't know, I think being thrown through the Bramble Maze by like a Mars Spear could do a lot, now that I'm really looking at it. This should be like a no-brainer combo, but I actually haven't seen it before. I'm sure it's been run a lot. I just, I sleep on newer heroes, even though Mars and Dark Willow aren't newer. They're newer to me.
This guy has no chill, man.
All right, pause comes out.
All right.
As is tradition.
Monster Energy pause.
So, I want to take a look at all the lanes, what people have built real quick. It may go Ring of Protection, 6 Tangos, Quelling Blade on the Bloodseeker. Enchantress actually opted to go Blightstone at the start, Fairy Fire. I mean, Duster, he's he's gonna have an all right time. Again, you do have to worry about the heroes. It's like jumping on top of you and just blowing you up. That huge damage coming out, of course, from the Bramble Maze and spearing them through it with the Spear of Mars, getting hit by multiple of those brambles. Could take down Enchantress pretty quickly, especially if he's stunned afterwards. Like 560 max HP. You're pretty susceptible to getting blown up by that. Over here.
All right, RDO.
30 seconds to battle.
If they get a Bramble Maze down and he gets locked up in it, it would just mean a spear. God's Rebuke almost pushed him into the brambles. Duster takes some damage. And have this Wisp Bomb for Zoomers, not in a carry roll.
I'm surprised. A lot of people have been doing this. They go God's Rebuke level 1. Again, it doesn't cost as much damage, or sorry, mana as. Okay, here comes another Bramble.
Yeah, Shackle comes in, Theocor. As well as Duster. One more shot from Duster on the low ground to get that kill. So Haven Liberty, is this Haven Liberty 2.0?
What do you mean 2.0? These guys, they never didn't have it. They were just, you know, like Hiko was saying to me, holding back. Again, group stage doesn't matter. You just need to make it through, so they'll slip by this last day.
The Piccolo armor is off.
Yeah, exactly. Weighted training clothes. Duster.
Gates are open. Spectral Dagger onto Ocean. RDO committing for this because he's got Theocor behind him. And, oh, God's Rebuke. Yeah, Duster dies, but Ocean. Ooh, getting around on this? No. RDO still able to get that kill. And now Theocor will head up towards top. And this is good. Sexy Fat getting harassed a little bit. So he's going to need a bit of help here.
Yep. But that was a good start for them, and of course, Ocean is forced to walk back the lane now, having come twice. TP is on cooldown. He's carrying the bracer for Monkeys Forever, giving him a little bit of extra damage and HP regen.
Dire should look to their top tower.
Mid lane, it's about even at the moment, and I think the lane will slowly go into Invoker's favor, him just being able to have more harass. Once he gets a couple points a couple of levels here anyways, stun him up with Cold Snap and secure some extra CS with Tornado while denying Hiko some farm. Though the CS will go in Gunner's favor, as you get the extra gold from Devour. Big network.
Shackle? On a Husky, they just don't have the blood right to follow that up. Monkeys Forever ends up dead bottom.
Yeah, they just commit onto him pretty hard. You don't have a lot of movements. You slowed quite a bit underneath that enchant, underneath that spectral dagger. You go down to like minimum. And of course, 2 Impetus is coming out onto him, finishes him up. But I believe he does have Town Portal Scroll ready. He just waits for enough money to buy this magic wand, which is one of my triggers. We've been over this a few times. Spending all that extra gold on one ult.
Impetus shot out on the Monkeys Forever. You've got Duster at level 2. He's got the enchant as well as the Impetus. You'd like to have that level 2 on the Impetus and will in a second. You see the damage that he's able to do on the Monkeys Forever, especially with the slow from the enchant. He'd like a little bit more mana to go after that, and goes level 2 on the enchant before the Impetus. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm not surprised about this one. Sorry, I was just adjusting some settings real quick. Trying to multitask here. The reason why people go multiple points into this enchant. All right, this comes out, but not much is going to come of that one, unfortunately. The reason people do this is just because of how the damage scales with the enchant. They updated the skill a little while ago, so you get bonus damage onto creeps based on your level of enchant. It's plus 10 at level 1, plus 30 at level 2, so that plus 20 damage boost definitely makes it worth it, as well as the enchant creep duration, like doubling. So you suddenly don't have that massive downtime. You do the extra damage. It's quite a bit you get from that level 2. There's a lot of value there. Top lane. Almost saw a Shackle shot into blood, right?
Look to their middle tower.
Things have slowed down a little bit. Not enough action coming out. And I think the major reason, this has got to be Duster's fault, you know? He's not getting any good creeps. He's not running at the enemies here. Got us all hyped up with a couple of kills onto Ocean, then he slowed down since then.
He's waiting for that 93,000 gold waited come his way.
Mid lane. There is action, in fact. Hiko trying to dive Gunner behind the tower. Fortunately, he's got so many points.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, he's so low on Dark Willow.
Monkeys Forever. Shadow Realm Strike. Impetus damage on a Monkeys Forever. Now has the enchant, so the slow is there. He just does not have the mana for another Impetus shot. It won't matter. They get the kill on Monkeys Forever. They look over at Ocean. Make it a second in this lane. RDO and Duster. Well, Duster's a little low. He doesn't want to high five just yet. He'll come over. And then, leaving him hanging. I can't believe it.
He had bounty or instant grab on Duster, but it's all about the high fives, the teamwork. Unfortunately, he didn't feel the same way. But 2 kills coming out on Spectre. It's very big. He's going to finish his power treads from that one. Actually opts not to go phase boots this game. You don't see power treads too often over the phase boots on Spectre. Again, that rundown potential with multiple points in Spectral Dagger just seems a little bit too good.
So will be the Midas for Spectre. We'll see how quickly RDO can get into that. A lot of these SA teams have been favoring the Spectre.
Yeah.
Theolacor trying to get around on Gunner. They have Doom, they have the mana, but now Tornado in. Theolacor misses the Shackle. Now they try to go in on this, and they just won't be able to catch Gunner.
Ocean actually opting to move top lane. If you can set up a kill here, it'd be big, but Sexy Fat, pretty tanky. He's got 10 armor, tons of HP, and he's Tried to commit onto him with multiple points in blood right mid lane. Tried to blast Hiko's mana away. Not that he has a whole lot, but walks into the Invoker to the enemy side of the river in order to avoid that.
Scan, eager to know.
No, I think we got the action coming out in the enemy team's jungle.
I believe they saw the Core. Sammy Boy coming over. Sammy Boy wants to go and catch this Windrunner, but he's not going to catch anything. Windrun and just kicking up the dust in his eyes. Bottom Monkeys Forever hit with the Spectral Dagger, but they've got the Centaur Conqueror with the War Stomp, and now Monkeys Forever forced all the way back, forced to salve. He is out of regen. He's got a couple charges on that wand, but that's it. I expect Sexy Fat to move once he hits this 6, too. Shackle doesn't land. Impetus shots. Dusters come towards top. Haunt committed. RDO coming over. They need to stop this TP. Hiko dies mid, but they do get Sammy Boy. And that is level 6 hitting for this Bloodseeker and immediately into the Rupture.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Anything to slow down this Fen game, not great. Doom, I think, will be able to bounce back again. It's not super important that he pulls super far ahead. Like, regardless of what happens, he's always going to have Doom to fall back on. He can get these hero kills to get back in this game, but slowing down the Master Madness from Sven, stopping him from early God Strength, stopping him from being able to farm up his jungle or clear stacks. That's what's going to allow Haven Liberty to play fast enough or get the Spectre online quick enough. Just run 4 Zoomers over.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
In tier 1, taking some damage. Monkeys Forever comes over.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Salve on Monkeys Forever. Spending a lot of money on salves. RP Tornado, right on RDO, is now out of mana.
That connect with Hiko as well. He's pretty low too. I'm pretty sure it did. He's got a clarity with him, thankfully, but again, not being able to farm up the jungle, spending all this money on the clarities, it's not great. You need to be able to constantly use Devour, and you want your mana to be high in order to take team fights at a moment's notice. And speaking of, I mean, if they have Monkeys Forever mid, they're looking to take a fight here with this Arena of Blood.
RDO are already moving bottom, so they're not committing on the side of Haven Liberty, at least not with the Spectre. Haunt is on cooldown for another 73 seconds. Windrun, Rupture, Sammy Boy trying to get out of this one. He's sitting pretty low. Tornado comes in, misses around the horn. Duster now, he's been spotted by both Husky and Ocean. Cold Snap and the right clicks coming in from Gunner. They'll get the kill out onto this Enchantress. They use the Rupture to try to go into Sammy Boy. It slows him down a little bit, and it just puts some pressure on. But he's fine to continue farming.
Yep.
I guess RDO's got his space, though.
Yeah. He's got his Master Madness now, so farm will accelerate for him. His team's going to want to start making stacks, which they already have. Very good. 3 is going to be a bit tricky for him.
Hiko?
Over here.
EMP down. Now Hiko out of mana. Storm Hammer. Sammy Boy. Well, Hiko's just going straight for the bounty room, but the tether. Husky picks it up, so Hiko can't even get that.
You cheeky guy, Hiko, trying to snatch that bounty room before going down. I was saying that these stacks might be a little bit too difficult to take for Sammy Boy if he doesn't have enough points in the Warcry, still low level, but with God Strength, with the Wisp tethered up to him, pops that overcharge. There we go. Clear that fairly easily. Watching some on the Summit Pro Series SEA, and I saw this Fen was struggling to take the Ancient stacks. Took him like a full minute and a half to grab them, and just like a 3 stack. At that point, it's not even really worth it to spend all that time there. So you gotta be careful not to make the stacks too big for your carries. Here, of course, they didn't. They had the Wisp to assist them, and his farm is just going to go up like crazy. Now 5.1k net worth, like 40 more last hits than the Spectre.
1k lead for Haven Liberty. Let's see what the Spectre can do. It seems like Hiko's effectiveness in the game has kind of slowed down a lot. And Sexy Fat playing a lot more conservative in some ways that I'm just a little surprised about.
Radiant forces.
Yeah, he is. We've seen him pop off in like huge ways some of these games, but I believe the one he had the Zeus on his team that game, right? Position 4 Zeus.
Maybe.
The end that he really popped off, and the Veil of Discord just got that double use. Mid Monkey's Forever with super hard.
Arena goes down, but that's not going to help. Sexy Fat gets the kill there on Monkey's Forever.
They committed very hard on that tower of Monkeys Forever. I mean, that goes to show you how much or how important this mid-tier 1 is to a lot of teams. Not only do they not want the enemy team to deny it, he wanted that tower down right away, even though they have no way to heal it up. So them taking that one down gives them that much more map control, makes rotations easier, and of course limits the space RDO has. Anything I can like these bottom and mid, or sorry, safe lane and mid tier 1 towers just give you so much more space to work with and like reaction to save your allies. Without them in the game, the enemy team like farms faster, they kill your enemy heroes faster, they reveal so much information because again, when it pushes out past the river and you don't see anyone there, it gives you like so much info about like what the enemy team's trying to do. If you don't see them, you know that they're trying to set something up. With the tier 1s there, you can leave it for a second and you think, okay, well, the enemies might just be like stopping in the jungle nearby, but at this point in the game, like your support's going to be farming in the mid lane if he's able to, otherwise he's setting up for a kill.
Svensson top the net worth by a solid K. That's scary. If you're Haven Liberty, I know that the rest of the team is farming pretty well with them and not as well as with Sven, but I mean, how many times do we just watch Sven go off?
Yeah. And this is definitely the item for it. We've seen some people earlier in the tournament, they went the Hand of Midas on the Sven, but you just get golden XP faster with this Mask of Madness. The thing the Hand of Midas with it accomplishing is like that guaranteed gold. You're putting more net worth on the map, you're turning more gold and less, and you're getting XP a little bit faster when there's allies nearby. Of course, you can like use it on catapults and enemy creeps as well. It's got that use, but I definitely prefer... I have preferred like the Mask of Madness coming out to clear things quicker. And you're welcome to like Midas if you want, but just note that you are wrong if you like Midas, and you're playing the game incorrectly. On Sven, anyways, you've got Cleve to work with here.
Dang. At Neff Sensei, if you want to tweet him about that.
Get out of here,
Midas on RDO.
Pardon me?
What about Midas on RDO on the Spectre?
You see, that one makes a bit of sense because you aren't scaling with like a great cleave ability. You've got Desolate. You want attack speed with that one. 40 attack speed is getting some use, but it's different in this scenario, man. Trust me.
I was watching a little Lorgasm as talked about how Spectre is just the future Phantom Assassin.
Ah, yeah, that's an old one.
I love that one.
There is some heavy implications about that. I think they recently added some code in the game, and people tore through it like the nerds they are.
Oh shit! Huh? Looking for the terrorize, but now he's just silenced. Can't terrorize when you're silenced.
Yeah. Too difficult to land that onto Hiko with he popped drums there. He had his phase boots. He has Scorched Earth on. He has a Scorched Earth movement speed talent. It's too easy for him to dodge that out. So you just end up putting it on cooldown if you try to commit. But even why you get these kills here onto the Dark Willow, you know. You have Sven farming up on the other side of the map. He's got Sanj and Yasha now. It's just a moment ago. It feels like he finished his Mask of Madness. Now 2,000 net worth ahead of the Spectre. 1,000 a moment ago. This guy is farming like crazy. Aghanim Scepter queued up next. It's all right. Again, we talked about like how powerful that level 15 talent is with what you got. Just being able to dispel things as you land onto them, guarantee that first initial hit because of how the eggs works. With an Echo Saber you get tomorrow.
Tornado.
He's going to commit.
That's going to go into Theo Core. They've also got the ice wall down. It seems like Theo Core feels like he's dead to rights. So he turns the other way, becomes the sacrificial lamb in that situation, and allows Duster to TP out and the rest of his team to disengage if they were close.
Yep. No fortify there, so bottom tower is taken, so tier 1s, the important ones, are now taken by 4 Zoomers, and gives them easy access into Haven Liberty's jungle. Spectre, of course, not ready to fight yet. Sven has his first couple of items, but I feel like by the time you farm this Manta style, another 1,600 gold, Sven will already have his Agnum Scepter complete because he's that much quicker than you. Look at this guy chop through ancient stacks.
Yeah. And then this neutral stack. Doesn't even need the God Strength on. He's that quick. And then relocate top. We saw a lot of this with Duster and the Sven that they played.
Yep.
Over mid, spots the Dark Willow, Rupture out. Now the Doom out on the Mars. A lot committed. They're looking for the Terrorize. They get the kill on the Monkeys Forever. They end up hitting the Terrorize only onto Hiko. We'll try to commit for the tier 1 tower. RDO nearby.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
There's the kill onto the tower.
Middle tower has fallen.
Slams that sword all slow-like. 17 minutes come. We got Van Brace on Sven. Not a bad pickup at all, I'd say, but he actually opts to keep his Iron Talon. This guy is farming. Mode farm for Sammy Boy.
He'll have to turn the dial to fight soon. Not that it will be forced, but, he'll want to.
That is wild to me that he's opted to keep the Iron Talon. He's got to be given up. Yeah, okay. It's got to be the Van Brace for someone else. Because even if you want that attack speed, you just switch it to agility. And it's better than the Iron Talon. Have to wait till the next item is found. What neutral items do you want to see, P-Cup? I feel like we don't have this discussion often enough. Which one do you prioritize? You like Striders? You want it to be 60 minutes?
I'm a big fan of Titan Sliver, you know that. And, Grove Bow is always nice.
Yeah.
I think Titan Sliver is fun to have. Essence Ring feels like one of those really good ones as well.
Yeah, it is. Now they've changed it around. It's no longer considered a healing, so you can't stop it with Spirit Vessel. You can't stop it with AA Blast. I mean, they wanted to nerf how good it was on Wisp, but on the other hand, they made it a ridiculous item. Thankfully, they did increase the mana cost of it. It was way too good in the last patch. Not as bad as, like, the Tome of Aghanim that existed in the game for a little while. Then the Helm of Undying, you got that in Oracle, you just won the game. You could no longer blow up the Oracle.
Sammy Boy trying to take this bottom tier 2.
Dire are scanning for enemy.
Aquila, it's always nice to see. Remnant of the past.
On the Sammy Boy is pretty good as well. Getting that first initial crit. I think, as you jump on them with your Stormhammer. Steel Core's game is extremely difficult now. And he was forced to go Blink Dagger instead of anything else because, again, Sven runs at you. There's 2 ways to deal with you getting jumped on by, like, the 15 talent Storm Bolt D-Spell and the Agnum Scepter, and that is the Lotus Orb, which will stun Sven as he lands onto you. And, of course, the Blink Dagger just disjoint the stun. Other than that, you're pretty much dead. Because it dispels Windrun. It'll dispel the Ghost Scepter for when it lands on you. Dispels Yules. So you just kind of have to take that first initial hit that the Agnum Scepter adds. And then
not killing us.
Him whacking you for 2 seconds. And when he's got God's Strength on, that's usually more than enough to kill you.
Gotcha.
Hiko getting closer to his BKB, sitting on 2,000 net worth, but he's about to get jumped on.
Relocate. Up towards top. Terrorize hits on Hiko. So the fear is there. The brambles around him and the kill. They'll take out one. They'll look for the Alpha Wolf. Okay. Monkeys Forever also chasing Duster. And there's the arena. So Duster just trying to juke and jive here. That's not going to happen. Bedlam right on top of him, as well as the Stormhammer coming in. Buybacks immediately. Now they've got the Haunt. They'll look over. They kill off Ocean. Find themselves a kill on a Gunner. Haunt over, jaunting forward, going after Monkeys Forever. He tries to TP up, but they've got the Centaur War Stomp to get themselves his 3rd kill. Sammy Boy in some trouble, looking for the silence, turns around, Stormhammer on a 3, but he is slowed up thanks to the enchant. Shackle locks him down for a split second, blink forward, Centaur War Stomp coming out from Hiko, and there is a 4th triple kill for RDO, and on top of that, let's go to Roche.
Not bad at all. The row should be a little bit slow. The Manta style with the Spectral speed up just a bit. The Desolate, of course, affecting Roshan fully. You think this is fast? This is slow speed. We got the Zoomers on the other team, okay?
Obviously, this isn't Sven one-shotting Jildings fast. That was ridiculous yesterday.
Yeah. So that was a very big fight for Haven Liberty, and they need that. They need to get back in this game. They need Spectre to get more kills. They need to somehow shut Sammy Boy down. They've done that there. He's going for Satanic next. The status resistance build is going to make him very difficult to bring down. When your Doom only lasts like half the duration, it feels pretty bad. Same goes for the Shackle shots and the Ruptures.
RDO going for Scotty. He's 3,000 net worth behind the Spectre, or behind the Sven, sorry. But you just see the speed in which Sven farms. Going Echo Saber first before the Satanic.
It's interesting. I mean, maybe he's just opted to go for that Silver Edge now. Again, you are up against a Spectre. You maybe don't want to be taking this game too late. As this goes on, Sexy Fat continues to be scary. Doom gets close towards the BKB. If he's a Refresher Orb, you're in trouble. And Spectre, one of the best late game carries. We've seen this story where Sven loses to the Spectre eventually as the game goes very late.
Is anybody buying a Halberd on Haven Liberty? No.
I mean, it's the only really person who would build it. Doom would grab it. Bloodseeker might. The other heroes, it's not really a natural pickup for them. Too many other items they want to grab. Would be useful on both of them. But when Sven's going for this status resistance build, again, the Satanic, the Sanjin Yasha, if he can get himself a Titan Sliver, your disarm is like almost a non-factor. It only lasts like a second and a half on him. And suddenly you've committed so much gold for like evasion, which doesn't do you any good when he's cleaving you. And that very low duration disarm.
As Rebuke Stormhammer comes in, and down goes the arena. You look over to kill Hiko, they'll look for more. Can't find anybody just yet, but as I say that, Sexy Fat, he's in trouble. And Yules, but that's not going to work, right? Sexy Fat, he's got the Dispel.
Used that one on the wrong person. You can click that on Sven, but definitely not yourself. So him down as well. And that is almost 1,400 XP and 1,000 gold going the way of 4 Zoomers there.
Duster doesn't have a TP.
Yeah. They're not able to get much more from that, but they will go top. Okay. Goodbye, Duster. I mean, your biggest benefit was those were the 2 heroes that used buyback in the last fight. They are down for a very long time at the moment. Other than that, you're not getting a whole lot from those kills. I'm not sure you'll do too much damage to this tower either. Fortify might come out in a second here once the creeps get a little bit closer. Actually, I take back what I said. This is significant damage they're doing to this tier 2. Yeah. Fort now? Alright, never mind. He backed up. No need to use it. And they grab the bounties here on 4 Zoomers.
Cold Snap. On Theo Akor, Ice Wall down. Uses that Focus Fire. Eventually, Thunder's going to want to back up. He doesn't get the kill on a Theo Akor.
Yeah, he's spent more than enough time there. Doesn't want to commit too hard for that position 4 Wind Ranger, as close as you were to killing him. Once the tornado came up, it was time to leave. You couldn't kill him in that. They're about to smoke up. Health is very low on Theo. They're just playing tight.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This isn't like the Bloodseeker we saw. I feel like every time we've seen this Bloodseeker, it's been much more aggression than this.
Yeah, it has. It's difficult though, because again, you fight into this Mars Arena Blood. You've got the tornado invoker, the Quas Wex, to disengage. it's super tricky to take like an over aggressive fight. And of course, if they do manage to pick off one hero, if they try to go super aggressive onto the Sven, Io can always just relocate him out until after the rupture wears off. So they have too many disengage options on the side of 4 Zoomers for them to commit hard onto hero with Bloodseeker. You just end up dropping and dying. This item will make it easier. He's got the Black King Bar finish now.
Aegis expiring.
Here we go.
The high ground, that'll spot them. Blink Arena immediately coming through. Spear onto an illusion. That's not the worst thing in the world. Now the haunt, the go for Husky. Oh, just dies before he relocates out. Now they've got the rupture onto the Mars. Do they have the damage go off Sammy Boy? The Terrorize comes through onto the Doom. Two-shot him afterwards with that Storm Hammer. Sammy Boy back to full health as he pops that Satanic. Now goes after Duster. Shackle is out, stuns up the Invoker. It's a 2 for 2 so far. Double kill for Sammy Boy. Sunstrike RDO. Doesn't feel it.
That was so close. A minuscule of health making all the difference. But this is the power of that status resistance build that Sammy Boy went. Again, he was doomed up there, right? It lasts barely any time with the Sanjin Yasha and the Satanic. All right, they try to commit on him. I don't think this is the best idea.
And Sexy Fat just gets blown up. They'll go for the Invoker instead. Shadowrun Strike at Theocor. And now Sammy Boy, he's getting chased, but he does have the Satanic to turn this around. So focusing all this attention means he can just heal up afterwards. Theocor ends up getting the Ocean. Sammy Boy just backs off.
Farming those tier 3 neutral items that'll start dropping. We are 28 minutes into the game now. Play a little bit further back. Hiko, he's out for blood at the moment. He's not happy about that last team fight, but I don't think that they want to jump on Sammy Boy. Even without the God Strength available, he's still very scary. Here he comes.
BKB, that's okay. Now they've got the enchant that'll slow down Sammy Boy. Looking for the relocate on this one, and does get him out just a couple feet behind. And now the arena and the spear, but that misses Hiko. So there's the Infernal Blade that hits on Amonkhet Forever. They've got the Terrorize that bounces him off the side of this arena, and now the Stormhammer comes out from Sammy Boy to finish him off with some help from this Wisp. Orb of Destruction should be nice. I think they need a Heaven's Halberd, and I understand that Bloodseeker's going for it now, but that feels super late.
It does. Again, when he's got this Sanjin Yasha, he's got the Satanic completed. Like I was saying, it's only like a second and a half on the Heaven's Halberd. He's got too much damage resistance at this point. That Doom barely did anything to him. You need to start working on other solutions. You need like Lotus Orbs, catch this guy out of position, force staff him, wherever he's trying to jump on with the Storm Bolt forward. Now, he's got the Silver Edge. This could be it for RDO. He's working on the Basher right now on Spectre. He has the Eye of Scotty, which will reduce the ability to heal on Sven, but with like Wisp attached to him, you need to do so much damage so quickly while he's disabled. He's disabled for a limited time too. Oh, he's got the Titan Sliver.
That's what I wanted to see, and that's what he gets. I feel like the status resistance now makes this almost impossible to kill Sven.
Yeah, almost 51% status resistance after like diminishing. That is huge. Yeah, you've got less than 8 seconds on your Doom. Ruptured only lasts like 5 seconds on him. Again, he can survive this. He has enough HP. 3,800 on the Sven.
So, is he worth? He's not worth rupturing anymore.
No. He's going to be moving around the fight invulnerable with Stormhammer a lot of the time. But even if you do rupture him, he's going to be healing up enough with like his Satanic and the Wisp attached to him while he hits people. The rupture is just like moot point. You want to be trying to probably rupture up the Wisp and get on top of him. If you take him out, Sammy Boy becomes that much easier. But the question is, how fast can you do it? Can you blow up the Wisp and Sven's teammates faster than you can leave you all down with God Strength?
And the Haunt, they go after the Mars, they get the kill, dead for 50 with the Stormhammer on Duster. And Infernal Blade, it felt like it didn't even stop Sammy Boy. Realm of Ace is down, Stormhammer again, and just double shots Hiko to get yet another kill. Bloodright comes in, and yeah, that clears up some creeps, but that's about it. They found Sexy Fat. Shackle comes through onto the Invoker, but here is Sven, and he two-shot Theocor.
Oh my, I missed that because my camera wasn't facing the right angle when that Stormbolt connected. I'm sure it's fine. It's not really a safe for work part of the game. All right, Aegis and Cheese now. And yeah, get rid of this magic wand, pick up that Aegis, pass the Cheese to your IO, and you're just impossible to bring down after this, I feel. Haven Liberty are going to need a miracle. I'm not sure how they finish off this Sven. Now he's got all these tools in his kit. So last fight, again, when the Haunt came out, RDO, he tried to jump onto the Wisp, but he didn't have detection. The IO just glimmer caped as he TP'd away. He couldn't do anything about it. Hopefully, yeah, this next time Spectre is going to be holding the dust, but things like that, you only get so many opportunities and it can cost you the game. And it might have. When you're having such a tough time already, you allow things like them to make those mistakes go unpunished. When he tries to TP out and he's already lost the Sven, you could just lose yourself. Pause coming out for Haven Liberty. Could be lag. They might need some time to discuss exactly what they're going to do, what they do about Sammy Boy here. This guy is so terrifying right now. He puts the Sajin Yasha away as a Moonshard in his backpack. Or sorry, in his inventory. Extra 140 attack speed is, I mean, he does tons of damage, but he will have less status resistance for a little bit. Even though his status resistance is still insane. 38% without the Sajin Yasha. So your doom goes from like, 8 seconds to maybe 10, 11? I don't know how to do maths. Let's be real. Monkeys Forever has been a lot less of an impact in this game than I thought. And I thought they'd be comboing things up inside this arena. Blood, they've got a few times like where they've held the enemies against it with Terrorize. They continue to run into the wall again and again. But it's been the Sammy Boy game. His team has enabled him. Yeah, like, again, Husky, making sure his HP stays topped up. Helps him farm things quick with Overcharge, stacking camps for him. Gunner, of course, huge control in these team fights. But 11, 2, and 3 right now. 477 last hits on Sammy Boy. He is having the game of his life right now.
It's the birthday bash.
Birthday bash.
But will
Sammy
it
Man.
follow the same thread?
Said he had a good time yesterday after the games.
I do wonder if he's West Coast based, so it wasn't as late for him. RDO finds Spider exits. Pretty good one to have. Hands that over to Hiko. How these illusions push out, but take a look bottom. Ooh. Okay. God strength
Okay.
the tier 3. This might be worth it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
God's strength and putting his Silver Edge on cooldown. I mean, he has the Aegis. He's able to disengage if he has to. Monkeys Forever could be that sacrificial lamb form sitting behind him with this Vladimir's offering, giving him even more lifesteal. But he just hits the buildings, and that's it. Walks away. What are they going to do to stop him? They just lost tier 3 tower and melee barracks for nothing. They couldn't do anything about it. That is wild.
Yeah, legitimately nothing.
He just goes right back to farming up the jungle. I mean, he gets to do what he wants for the next 3 minutes here. You couldn't bring him down once before. How are you going to bring him down twice? He's got this Aegis. Relocate coming in, and he uses it to farm. I think at this point, Haven Liberty, you have to try and... Yeah, they chase really hard right now. They have a couple of seconds to make something happen. He blinks away to disarm it as on Theo Lacour there. But again, your commitment was a little bit too slow. They ran at them super hard on Haven Liberty, but it wasn't enough. That was without God's strength and Sammy Boy at the tail end of that team fight. That was their best opportunity. Now so many things are on cooldown. And here we go again. Rampage!
Normally.
My favorite.
For Zoomers, amazing game by them. Again, there's a couple of times where, looks like they got the counter kills, had a little bit of a way into this late game. Spectre, of course, being one of the better late game heroes in the game, but too much farm on this Sven. He's just able to jump onto people and do whatever he wanted. Monkey's Forever enabling him to do that, but not coming online the same way I thought he would, just kind of making space, letting that happen. I think this next